Hello, in this video we're going to be taking a look at radians. So I'll start off by talking about what radians are and where they come from, and then we'll look at a few example questions so you can see them used in practice. If this video is useful, please do go over to my channel where you can see all of my other maths tutorials, and I'll also link my website in the video description, and you can go over there and navigate all of my videos in one place, and it's a bit easier in my opinion than searching for them on YouTube. Thanks for watching. So the way I'm going to introduce radians is by taking a look at a circle. Now we know from all the previous maths that we've done, we measure angles in degrees, and in a full turn we say there are 360 degrees. But there's no reason really that we've picked this number 360. It's just quite a nice number to work with because it has a lot of divisors, and so hopefully by choosing this number it's going to make the maths a bit easier for us later on when we're doing calculations. But really there's no relationship between a circle and the number 360. And so this is why we use radians, because radians are directly related to the circle. And so to see where they come from, what I'm going to do is add on an arc to my circle, and I'm going to make the length of the arc equal to the radius. So let me draw that on like this. So here's my arc, it's of length r, and then I'm going to connect it up with another radius like this. Now you can see now I've created a sector of this circle where the length of every side of this sector is the radius. Now this angle that I've created here we define to be 1 radian, which we can write as 1 rad, or we can write it as 1 with a little c. So it's like a degree, but it's just a c. So that means 1 radian. So let's write that in, 1 radian. So the next question is going to be, well, we know 360 degrees are in a full turn, so how many radians are in a full turn? And actually that's quite simple for us to calculate, because the question's really saying, well, if this distance here is 1 radian, how many of this distance r can we fit around the circumference of the circle to make a full turn? Because that will tell us how many radians there are. And well, we know the formula for the circumference of a circle. The circumference of a circle is just 2 times pi times the radius. And so we're saying, well, how many of this distance r fit around the circumference of a circle? Well, it's 2 pi lots of that distance r, and so that must mean that there are 2 pi radians in a full turn, or 360 degrees. And so from this we could now say, well, let's divide both sides by 2. That means that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. And from here, if I was to divide both sides by pi, I would find out that 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees divided by pi. And if I was to divide both sides by 180, I would get that pi radians divided by 180 is equal to 1 degree. Now, the reason this is useful is because sometimes you might have to convert from radians to degrees or from degrees to radians. So let's look at an example. And so the first one we're going to look at involves converting from degrees to radians. So I'm just going to bring this down and you'll see why this is going to be useful for us to have. So if I'm going to convert 45 degrees into radians, well, I could look at this equation and say, well, at the minute I know 1 degree is pi over 180 radians. So if I was to just multiply both sides by 45, so let's do that, I would get 45 degrees is equal to, or 45 times pi over 180 radians. And let me type that into my calculator and see what we get. And that tells me it's 1 over 4 pi radians. So 45 degrees is equal to 1/4 pi radians, or pi over 4 radians. Now the reason this is kind of helpful to remember this or have an idea of how to get to this is because really if I want to convert from degrees to radians, I just multiply the number of degrees I've got by pi over 180. So as a quick second example, say I had 90 degrees and I wanted to write it in radians, I'd multiply it by pi over 180, and if I do that I get pi over 2 radians, or I guess you could write it as 1/2 pi radians. So it's kind of a shortcut. You might also want to remember that you can just multiply by pi over 180. But really, if you can remember that pi radians is 180 degrees, you can then kind of work from that to get to this point here. Let's look at one more example where we're going to be converting, this time from radians to degrees. So here I've got 2.5 radians and I want it in degrees, so what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 2.5, because then the left hand side is going to change from 1 radian to 2.5 radians. And my right hand side is going to be 2.5 multiplied by 180 over pi. And if I type that in my calculator to 3 significant figures, 2.5 radians is equal to 143 degrees to 3 significant figures. And again, you might just want to remember this little shortcut that if you've got radians and you want to convert to degrees, you just need to multiply it by 180 over pi. So hopefully this video was useful. If it was, please do go over to my channel where I have loads of other maths tutorials, and I'll also link my website in the video description, so you can go over there and check out all of my videos in one place, and I think they're a bit easier to navigate over there too. Thanks for watching.